Everybody, welcome and happy Saturday. I'm Kathy Hester and you are in my kitchen this afternoon. It's awesome day here. It's super sunny as you can see, and it's getting warm again. It's been raining for days, which has been kind of good and kind of eh. But what we're going to do today is I did go to a farmer's market. I went to the Eno River Farmer's Market instead of the Durham Farmer's Market. I got a few cool things. We're going to talk about those. In addition, there's going to be a big giveaway, and we'll talk some more about these ZipTop box, reusable Ziploc containers, I guess you would call them. So, but I've been using them, and I actually have got all my stuff from last week in here, so you can kind of see how a lot of things worked, because you guys, I made all the pasta last week. I had a homemade pasta class, so all I did was make homemade pasta and not want to eat anything but a smoothie because I made homemade pasta all day. So you guys tell me where you're at, what the weather's like. And now it's getting cloudy. It's like this weird weather here. Hey Ashley, it's awesome to see you. So the main event will be the Sugar Hill CSA unboxing, and I will give you a sneak peek because while I was at the farmer's market, hey Lydia, I almost bought some Swiss chard that was this big because it was beautiful. And Ashley says it's sunny and warm in Toronto. Lydia, how is it in Montreal? Okay, so let's start the opposite way. We'll start with what I got at the farmer's market. So if you don't live in my area, Hillsborough is really close. It's 15-20 minutes away from North Durham, where I live. And it's got this cool, quaint, old kind of downtown, and there's a really nice co-op there. I know that chard, right, Ashley? That's it's big. We'll see it again, those of you who maybe are just coming on. Durham Saturday Farmers Market is huge. There are so many vendors. There's, I don't even know how to explain it. It's probably 4 or 5 times as big as the Eno Farmers Market, Eno River Farmers Market. But there were some cool things. I didn't buy a lot because I didn't have what was going to come in here. Sometimes they come early. In fact, it just came here by the time I got home. I wasn't sure if we were going to have to like bait and switch this one. And Apple, hi Apple, it's a perfect day in Vancouver. That's awesome. I feel like we have all of the Canada covered. I can't wait till I can go and visit and see Canada again, but that's another story too. So one thing that I got at the farmer's market that you're not going to see here is I got a goji berry plant, which evidently grows great in this climate. It's actually hardy to -20. It's in kind of a big pot, but it's little. He picked out one that had a bunch of them. And of course someone's going to deliver something. And Max says, I don't want a goji berry. You will not eat the goji berry, Max. I will. Hey Jackie, it's supposed to be in the mid-90s in Greenville, Texas. Wow. And it's a humid 70 degrees in Montreal. I think it's supposed to get about 78 here. And it's been just very weird. Like, even now, I'm not sure if it's not going to rain. It's rained every day this week. Oh, hey, Kathy. It's so chilly in Cleveland, barely going to get 70. Windy, lots of rain yesterday and last night. Yards soaked. Oh, yeah. So, Cheryl, we have something called pokeweed here in the South, and it grows really tall, and it makes a root like a potato. And so Cheryl was hoping to get some of those out. And now they're double in height. They're probably about 5 or 6 feet tall now. So it's gonna be a little harder. And oh, Gina in Ottawa, Canada loves Kathy. Well, Kathy loves Canada. And Ottawa is the only place I've been so far. And we have to change that. I really wanna visit actually all the places. Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, they all look so cool. Okay, back to the Eno River Farmers Market. So those of you who are just joining, I'm going to unbox my CSA. I'm going to talk about some ZipTop bags. There's going to be a giveaway because I've been promising you since 2020 I was going to find some good reusable bags. So I didn't get a lot, but I did get a beautiful bunch of orange mint. It was about $3. Let's see, I've got a new camera angle, and it's a little bit wilted right now because it was sitting in the hot car. But what I'm hoping to do is, I'm going to put this in waters. I've got a cantaloupe, and I'm going to make some cantaloupe mint sorbet. I am also probably going to make a mint syrup. And again, I'm hoping to root one of these because they're cut really nicely. Can you guys see that? So if it roots, then I can plant it and I'll have my own plant. This little guy was in a Ziploc. And I've torn some of the cat mint off. So this is just cat mint. Hey CJ, it's 59 degrees Fahrenheit. And you were so kind to make it Fahrenheit so we understand. And cloudy in Scotland. And Cheryl and I were talking about you the other day, in fact, about how we can't wait to go thrifting. So basically, this farmer just gave me a bag of catnip for about $3. I could dehydrate this. I already put some of the leaves, so I took 2 pieces that looked good. Gotta get used to this can. I cut it really nicely, the ends, because it is a version of mint, and you can tell that by the square stem. I'm going to see if I can root some and make a plant out of it. So what happens if that doesn't work? Then I'll just dry it. I'll take the leaves off and dry it. They'll just last fresh a little bit longer. But that's often what I like to do. I could have spent $4 and got a catnip plant to grow, but I decided, let's just see what happens. And right now, my mints are behind here. Oh, Laura says CSAs are so awesome, and they are. And so again, for those of you who may not know, CSAs means Community Supported Agriculture. So for this box, I paid for the whole summer. So I paid like $470, but it's several months. Every week it comes. And so I did reread it. It's $21 worth of produce, and a $7 delivery fee is what's included in that. And says, get your creative on. Sorry. I need new glasses. We go soon. Don't worry. And Kathy says, I bought mint and spearmint plants last year. Can't remember which I liked better, but there was a distinct difference. One was much more pronounced. Spearmint is not my favorite to cook with. It just reminds me of spearmint gum. And I love all the other mints. Actually, here, I just put them outside. Soon I'll show you out this door too, because I have 3 of those stand-up planters that I just have herbs in that I'm going to do an experiment on. I didn't get these today. I always just have issues with pineapple mint. And I'll show you, and let's just be upfront and honest. It's not looking so good. I have picked some off, and I probably will cut it back some more. But I did get this at, I think I got this at the Herb Fest. This one I got at the Raleigh Farmers Market, and it is strawberry mint. And I need to cut back some more of it, and I need to actually get it in the ground. So I love weird mints, like a lot. I was looking for lavender mint. So what it means, this is strawberry mint. So when I rub the leaf and I smell it, it smells like strawberries and mint, which is super exciting for me. And I find that putting in and by a sprig, I don't mean a whole big sprig. I mean just like this top little sprig, like 3 or 4 leaves, even into a big glass like this. So what I'll do is I'll crumple them up. Sometimes I'll do this with lemon balm, lemon verbena. You could do it with basil too. Crumple it up, put it in, put the ice in, and then put your water in. It gets really nice. Jackie says, I need to cut back my mint. It's getting leggy. And see, this is where, maybe it's me with pineapple. Maybe I need to cut it back more, but it always just looks a little like, And I have a history of my mints dying in the winter outside, which is not supposed to happen. So I think that these I'm going to put in some containers that I can bring in. Fingers crossed. Cheryl does not like me bringing a lot of containers in. And hi, Tracy. We are happy that you are here. Oh, wow. Las Vegas, 88 and climbing. I bet. And it's early there. I don't want to know what the high is going to be for you. It makes me nervous. Okay, so I got 2 herbs, some catnip, or cat mint, and some orange mint. And orange mint is one of my favorites for cocktails, syrups, infusions. It just has that little hint of citrus. You can get usually lime mint and lemon mint, but I find that orange mint is always done really well. And I had a big pot of it, but a lemon balm seeded next to it. Now I have a big pot of lemon balm. So if you are near me and you would like a little lemon balm plant, you just need to email me or put a message down below. Okay, so this is the special thing I'm going to tell you about. I'm super excited. So we're still at Farmers Market. The Eno River Farmers Market is where I went today. And Jackie says her mint dies back. Oh, here we go. Dies back in the winter outside, but it comes back. And see, what happened for years is my orange mint would come back, but like my really weird mints, like pineapple mint, my lavender mint, some of the specialty mints I found were not as hardy, I guess. They were hard to grow. And CJ says, I'm going to the secret herb garden next week. Will you take pictures for me? Can I see some of the cool things that you can get? Like lavender mint is supposed to be, like all of these things are hybrids. So let's talk for just a second about the difference between hybrids and GMO. GMO is like when they go and they're modifying different things in the plant, and we usually avoid GMO modified things. Hybrid isn't. It's like, this is an oversimplification, but if these 2 guys had babies and it tasted like a pineapple strawberry daiquiri, that's a new plant. And the seeds I get from this new strawberry daiquiri mint, we don't know what they're going to produce. They could produce strawberry mint plants, they could produce pineapple mint plants, but they're not like some hybrid. Sounds a little weird, but it's perfectly fine. It just means the difference between hybrid and heirloom is heirloom, you can save the seeds. So like with my pineapple tomato, I could save a pineapple tomato, which is very highly unlikely, and I could save those seeds, I could plant them, and the same plant will grow from them. So that's the difference between that. So lavender mint is a naturally occurring hybrid from water mint, which I believe happened over in the UK. So yeah, I would be so excited. And it's so wrong, but I do see like little Harry Potter things. But we watched some of the tours in Edinburgh, and I love the idea of Scotland since I've never been there. And everybody I meet from there is just super nice too. Okay, look at these adorable, adorable baby carrots. So I got 3 little bunches because they're multicolors. And I was thinking I will probably roast these. I did not make my carrot top pesto last time. So also remember, we talked last week basically about root vegetables and greens are twofers. So each one of these was $2. But oh my God, these are going to be so cute roasted. I'm a sucker for red carrots. I really am, and these have a lot of different little colors. I can also, as long as I cut these down and clean them really good, I can store them for several weeks. So that will work really well. And Apple says, gorgeous carrots, I love how wiggly they are. I know, they're just like, hello. I think they probably were in a little bit of, we have clay soil here, but also the carrot greens are just so awesome. So last time we did turnips, and I actually, like I said, and I need my little wipey cloth. I've not cleaned anything. I try not to, so you can see the good, the bad, and the dirty, right? And this is what I'm super excited about. And you're like, what the heck is that? But let me read this comment. SU says, we have mint planted in the ground in Zone 3, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. The mint dies and then comes back in the spring. Our weather gets down to -40 Celsius, which is a lot. And I'm in Zone 7B. Do not put your mint in the ground. Do not put lemon balm in the ground. Don't do it. I let the lemon balm flower and go to seed one year. I have little lemon balms everywhere. And in fact, these are some that I picked out of the ground because they're growing all in our pathway. And I'm going to try and grab some more, but I've just been keeping them alive in here. But like, they're just like fully developed little plants. And if you let those go, then they'll seed and then there'll be more. And mint just will go everywhere here. So make sure you check what gardening zone you are in before you put mint in the ground. You could put it in a big pot, but it pops up and it goes everywhere. Okay, so what is this? Yes, this is a bag of dirt. I got a microgreen kit because I've been wanting to try and grow some. It's got the instructions. It came with, this one has holes in it. Let's see if you can see it better over here. Can you guys see the holes? Yeah, you can kind of see the holes. So the holes are already drilled for me. I don't have to wait till Cheryl remembers to do it. I have China rose radish seeds, speckled snow pea, spicy salad mix, broccoli, and a mild salad mix with all the instructions on how to do it. And once I learned, so this made it really easy. Everything's here. So I can play with it. It was like $10, which would be, I would pay more than $10 for 5 trays this size of microgreens. So what are microgreens? They're not something super fancy, though you can use it. A lot of sunflower seed microgreens are supposed to be really good. There's some broccoli seed microgreens. So they're I think of them like the teenagers of sprouts. So sprouts, you're just going until you get that little root. Here we're going till we get the first set of leaves. So usually they're anywhere between, I don't know, 1/2 inch and 2 inches tall. So we'll see about that, and I will be reporting on that on our Saturday things. And I'll follow the instructions. One thing I have been reading, if you are going to do this experiment, is not to reuse the dirt. So you just put in a little bit of dirt, but if you reuse that dirt, it gets this weird mold thing. Oh, so Apple, have you been growing microgreens? Okay, then you give me some tips because I literally have not done it at all. But I was thinking, I'm really enjoying the garden. And again, like I said, I have 3 of those raised containers that are on this little, what do you call that? Landing, stair landing. It's not very big. It's just for those. And I'm hoping, I also am doing an experiment because I have cilantro that's under the house overhang to see if I can grow the cilantro longer than I should be able to. One time is awesome. One time is just, I'm going to give it another week, then I'm pulling it out and putting something else in there. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, $10 sounds like a great deal. And I feel like it's just been made so easy for me that if I like it, then I can go and spend a lot more money and do the whole setup and things. Though Apple, I want to know about your setup. They were saying I should have a light on them, and I'm almost wondering, this one I'm going to do the way they tell me to do it. Next time I'll experiment, you know. And before we get to the CSA, let me finish this. And Apple started at the beginning of the pandemic and loves it. That is amazing. Okay, I like that I have an expert in my midst. That still didn't sound right, but you know what I mean. Kathy says, noticed your planting boxes on your deck not long ago. My daughter bought 2 at Wayfair yesterday, 2 for $50. That's awesome. Kathy, if you want to share that link with everybody, that would be amazing. Okay, and Diane, I'm sorry I skipped you. I didn't mean to. In Southwest Florida, our growing season just ended for most crops. My CSA ended for the year last month. It's hot and raining here in the summer, yeah. Yeah, it's just so interesting, you know, because like then you think someone in Maine or Canada, their growing season is so different than mine. Like I think we're coming near the end of strawberry season. Blueberry season will be starting soon here, but we pretty much have, our farmers even grow in greenhouses. So usually you can get tomatoes and strawberries from the greenhouse at some farmers markets. But you can always get like collards and things like that grow all through the winter here. So root vegetables, greens, winter CSA is a little bit different. Okay, so let me talk about these bags and then we'll undo the CSA. So they did send me these for free, but I'm going to be giving away a whole set of this. They're going to send it to you. And I haven't exactly decided how we were entering. So I think if you will go over to the YouTube video, which most of you are on, Diane, you are not. But Diane, if you can't get over to the YouTube and search Kathy Hester and get to this, email me and I will make sure that you're put in there. I may be able to pull it from some of this. I'm going to give us, it's Memorial Week. I'll give us till next week. So next Saturday, I'll announce who won. And then what you'll need to do is I will email you or message you to email me. So then I will email you. You will have to give me your mailing address. Now, I don't know. I didn't ask if they would. Usually it's US and Canada. And Anna is in Canada. So I think that Canada should sort of work. Kathy said with the containers, it was a one-day sale. That's okay. Lydia, I think I'm going to say yes, you're eligible in Canada. Because the person I'm working with is in Canada, even though I think this is an American company. Does it tell me? Yeah, it's made in the USA. But I'm going to say yes, you can get this in Canada. And so in this you get, let's see, 8. There are 8. 2 of these that they call a bowl. So the bowls have these big wide bottoms. And this is why I wanted to show you. And let's come from this side. Okay, so this is the broccoli I took apart. And it's looking really good. So I feel like, and I want you to see how this goes together. Unless I overstuff this, and this is pretty stuffed, this stays. And so they are also considering these, so these are the 3 bowls, I think. Yes, these are the 3 bowls. And I love the way they're staying flat like that. Then they have 2 more that have skinny bottoms. And I think, am I using both of those? Yeah. And this one I've kind of overstuffed more than it should be. These are the turnip greens. And they're looking pretty good. Got a little towel in there. And there are a couple things I'm really liking about these. Yeah, actually, you know what, Jackie? All of them stay up. So let's move them back here. Okay, so here are the bowls. And like I said, I overstuffed this one. So let's see if that one will stay up. And then there are these 3, and they call them cups. And in fact, they'll make a smoothie and just put the straw in here or a juice and take it with them. You know I'm going to put stuff in it. So I feel like it let the greens stay really good. These are my kale stems, because I thought I would want to do a kale stem demo. after I broke down the kale. And they're all staying really nice. I do find, and that's one of the things that we've been talking about with the CSA, is putting things in bags and breaking it down makes it easier to use. Had I not done, I made 10 or 12 batches of pasta last week. So I had no time for anything. So this is my broccoli stems that I am saving, oh, you can see it better from there, for some more cruciferous crunch. And I have a drawer that pulls out over here. And this is where I've been keeping my produce in the fridge. I'm getting ready to do a post about it. I have a couple of other things I'm trialing. Like I got a couple of these. And I'm going to test those out a little bit. There is another bag that I like, and we'll talk about it another time. I will say I like these the best. And in fact, I've asked Anna to send me a whole bunch. Thank you. There is a lot dreamy about this fridge, but what is not is the ice maker. It is the ice maker from hell. We have had the repair person 4 times. So at this point, I would not recommend this refrigerator at all, just because of the ice maker. And Cheryl has to regularly take the whole thing out, shake it up, remove the ice. We bought it brand new. And that happened from the very beginning. I can tell you more about that and how the Lowe's delivery was horrible and almost ruined my life. Because over 6 months, we were trying to get one replaced because something was broken. And I took everything out of my fridge. And I don't have a normal fridge. I have it stuffed full of things all the time. And then nothing would come. So nice Kathy marched up to the Lowe's and said, "What you gonna do?" So we did get it. I think we ended up getting it almost half price, but it was not cheap, and we're still having to fix the thing. So, oh, I think we have the same issue. Oh no, you think you have the same refrigerator and the same issue? I hope not. I really hope not. Yeah, and it's a great idea. I do love that drawer because it does stop cabbages from falling on our heads and things like that. And you know, I should check, but I would think these might be available there. I know sometimes things aren't, but there are some on Amazon. I want to let you know that these are not cheap. So I think a set like this is probably like $80. But what I will tell you is I did get some knockoffs, and I don't know that I have them right around. I had one around a minute ago. Let me see. I had it in the Goodwill box, but here's the difference. And so usually I'm always like, they always work, blah, blah, blah. No. So this top part is very, very thick. If you feel it, it's almost 4 times as thick as you feel this, maybe even more. And that's what's really holding this together. I've also tried some on Amazon where it has a thing and you put that thing over it, and I don't like it either. I find that it's not really keeping things airtight. The only thing, and we talked about this last week, someone had some little things that you could reuse. You could, instead of paper towels. I just worry about sanitation, and I leave my food in sometimes a long time. But that's the only thing. But this way, you are saving, if you put all your stuff away like I do, it saves tons and tons and tons of plastic bags. And I'm going to be getting probably several more of the bowls and possibly these. Because what's cool, and see, this is the tallest bowl. If I sit it down, I'm right here, and I'm sitting it up, it closes right in there. So I can see what's in there. And like I said, this one I actually didn't have closed all the way because I just have stuffed stuff in there, so I dumped some of the things out. So as long as you don't stuff them too full, they're going to work great. and they are ZipTop. And it says, where was it? One ZipTop can save 5,000 disposable bags. So I'm pretty into them, and I gotta tell you, I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about them, but I feel like these, I feel good about putting them, cleaning them and sterilizing them. And let me make sure I'm telling you what it says we can do. Microwave it, freeze it, eat out of it, store it, travel with it, organize it. Does it, dishwasher safe. So it's dishwasher safe and freezer safe. So, and they're thick. They're nice and thick. Okay, so if you want to win a set of ZipTops, let's go ahead and in the comments on YouTube say, I want to win some ZipTops, and then say maybe a suggestion on how you would use them. You could even do 2 comments. Each one will be an entry. How about that? These can go in the dishwasher. We don't really use the dryer part on our dishwasher, but I will sometimes sterilize things, like maybe if I forgot something in the back of the fridge. So the water will get hot. How I dry, I'm drying a different bag. So this is a stasher bag, and I like those as well. However, they're just not as good for fridge and breaking down produce, I don't feel like. What I would love is for ZipTop to make big ones, big bowls. So there we go. Awesome. I like that. I want to win some ZipTops to cut down on food waste. I like that. Okay, and Diane, I will make you a comment. And so what I do when I have bags like this, because I get really creeped out if something's going to get moldier down there. Okay. So I will put a spoon or 2, and I'll have it sitting in a glass, and I wait until it's completely dry on the inside. So now let's say this has just a little bit of moisture from the bottom, or like these peppers. I am likely to wipe this out if it looks okay, and then just put something else small in here too. But you could put things, you could put pesto in here, you could put a sauce in here. Okay, Facebook user, I don't know who you are, but you can email me at kathyhester@gmail.com if you are on Facebook and tell me you want to enter the competition. It's not a competition, it's a giveaway. And I will do that. I don't know who you are because I don't see your name. And I'll try and go and add it underneath if you tell me. Great. Yeah, delicate veggies and herbs. And here's the thing too, is like this, I could leave open. So like this one is a cup. I could put water in here just like I did with the mint and grow things in here. There's so many things you can do. Awesome. Okay, and then it could be that I'll find a program real quick that we can put this stuff in and I can export it out. If I do, I'll put a link to it so you guys can enter and do more things. But I didn't do that today. So now for the big excitement, the CSA unboxing. So this is coming from Sugar Hill Produce, okay? And that, wherever you're watching, there's information about that. That is a CSA that's local to me, but they deliver in a lot of different places as well. Durham, I think Hillsborough, possibly Mebane, but check it out. Oh, and Ronnie says, I've been wanting these for so long, but they're so expensive, but I think they're well worth it. Yep, I put my frozen berries in there. That's great. Ooh, I like that, Pam. Would freeze rice and beans in them. It'd be pretty awesome. Yep, store leftovers. The cup will sit in your car cup holder. It will. And I think even, let's see, this is the bigger one. I think the bigger one might, but the smaller one definitely does. So that's pretty cool. Okay. On to the Sugar Hill CSA Some of you guys were here earlier and saw my beautiful rainbow Swiss chard. This is gorgeous. Right? It's gorgeous. Yay, Kathy Mack and Pam. It's awesome seeing you guys. All right. So I was this close to buying Swiss chard at the market, and I'm glad I didn't. That's all I can say. I'm glad I didn't. All right. So they always package things in this big bag, and in a new box. So typically we recycle the box, and then we reuse this as a garbage bag, just in case you were wondering. Now, I'm thinking this might be baby spinach. Let's see if we can see overhead. I know, it's huge. Well, I wear children's gloves, but still, it's so big. And it's beautiful. So we can do something with the stems, these big stems. We could pickle them or something. And I'm almost thinking some of this, we might even make some rolls or something. I've got to decide. Okay, this looks like arugula. I couldn't tell from before. I'm going to take, I don't know what, do you guys call it arugula or rocket in Canada? It's rocket. So arugula, you can make a pesto with it. Same thing with Swiss chard. Usually what I do with Swiss chard is I actually roll it and I ribbon it really thin. And I put handfuls on salads, soups, pasta, everything. You could also just saute it up too. But you could use it in some pesto. Just like this rocket will give that bite, or arugula, a bite to a pesto. It's great cooked in soup stews with pasta. It's also great as a salad, as a whole salad or part of a salad. I know, I like crackly fresh. Pam, I like that. Crackly fresh is what this would, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's got to be, I'm 5'1.5". So this has got to be over 2 feet. Maybe 2.5 feet of chard. Yep, arugula. Okay, arugula is what you guys call it in Canada too. And Apple says arugula, but I like rocket better. Well, it's just like some things I just can't get over, like zucchini, and it's courgette, I think. And I'm probably mispronouncing that. And I know I pronounce eggplant wrong. What is it? Aubergine? Aubergine? So I'm always like, I can read food language in many different languages, but I can't speak any of it. That's great. And rocket is just what they call arugula in the UK. That's all. It's the same thing. It's just like they call courgette, they call zucchini courgette. And in French, so Lydia said, because she's in Montreal, we call it arugula, but in French they call it rocket. Okay. That's awesome. Ooh, Jackie says, now I want white bean and green Tuscan style soup. That sounds kind of delicious. Thanks for giving me some ideas. Okay, so that's not it. So again, those of you who are just kind of tuning in, we're unboxing my Sugar Hill Produce CSA. I get $21 worth of produce. It's a $7 delivery fee, and I paid for it all in advance. Okay, I've got another head of lettuce. And this is no shy, delicate head of lettuce either. So that's going to make some good salads. So I'm probably going to wash it, spin it, and again, package it up so we can use it really easily. Now these carrots and everything this way came from the farmer's market separately. Oh, okay. Lydia says courgette and aubergine is also French. So that, and I am sorry for all my French-speaking viewers that I am butchering it. We've got some cabbage for some coleslaw, perhaps. And I have ooh, I have a few different things in here. And this is it. Okay. So I've got this is a giant cucumber. Hello, spiralizer. So you guys, what I love to do with cucumbers, I leave the skin on, I spiralize it, and then this is one of the things I do use some sesame oil in, but you could use tahini instead. If you go to healthyslowcooking.com, it's look up cucumber noodles, and basically I marinate them in kind of some gluten-free soy sauce, a little bit of rice vinegar, and some sesame oil. You could also just put toasted sesame seeds on top, and that'll give you a lot of that too. So you can totally make it without oil. I will probably make it that way and put it in the fridge, and then tomorrow, if I'm hungry, I'll just pull it out. It's a great summer lunch. It sounds like nothing. You might be like, why are you trying to make me eat a cucumber? It's not because I'm trying to get you to eat low calorie or anything like that, but sometimes in the summer when it's very hot, it's hard for me to eat. So having something cold in the fridge, and the cucumber is fairly filling. I do not suggest that that's all you eat, but eat that and maybe a big salad or something else later on as you can, or a big giant green smoothie to go with it would be delicious. Okay. Yeah, okay, and Kathy's saying she thinks it's a good price since everything's so fresh cut. Yeah, and I mean, it's delivered from the farm today. So I don't know if they cut it they may have cut it yesterday getting ready for the farmer's market, because they're at different farmer's markets as well. But no, I mean, you definitely can't complain about the quality. Okay, so I have two of these, I love these guys. And I don't know what the variety is, but it's a yellow squash variety that has like a little bit green on their bottoms. And I just think they're cute. We could spiralize these. We could stir fry them, make like a lo mein. Another thing I will do with summer squash, like zucchini and yellow squash, is I like them when they're really fresh and when they're not seedy and kind of squishy, because I don't know why, but that grosses me out. So while they're firm, cut them up, and maybe even in a dice. I like to saute them quickly with a little bit of like, you could do chili for the stew powder, or ancho, or chipotle, some onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, and then make tacos out of them. It's a great, quick, easy meal to do. Ooh, Pam, that sounds really good. Have you tried coleslaw with spicy gingery Thai peanut sauce? I have not. But I like the idea of that. Actually, you know what I'm kind of liking the idea of is maybe spiralizing some of the summer squash, the zucchini, and slicing thin the cabbage and doing that. So it is kind of like a Thai noodle, veggie noodle salad. That would be delicious. Diana's asked me, is everything grown organic? I do not believe everything is organic, but I do believe they limit or eliminate pesticides. Here where I live, a lot of farmers are smaller, so it takes a lot of time, effort, and money to get an organic certification. So a lot of, at the farmers markets, and I saw this a lot at the Eno, they will put up no pesticides used. So, and that's good enough for me. Oh, I like that. Yeah, Pam's saying, going back to the Thai salad, it's so good with cukes and carrots. And you know what? I think I have one large carrot left that I can spiralize. I like the way you guys are planning my dinner. That works for me. Because this week has been very tiring. I do not recommend you make pasta, 3 batches of pasta a day for a week. Although I feel like I did a little upper body workout for both the good and the bad of it. So that's what we're talking about. So don't forget, go ahead and enter into the Ziploc. I will also, oh, I didn't show the last thing. I saw these at the market, and they called them striped zucchini. And I haven't seen exactly this. Let me get you a better picture. Because it looks a lot like bitter melon. So I'm curious to see what they say in the email, because they'll send me an email telling me what everything is. I'm not opposed to it being bitter. Let me see. But it's interesting. So the ridges are really raised like bitter melon is. And I've not seen zucchini or courgette that look like that. And Kathy says my brain is going a little weird. Yours and mine both. I'm thinking French braid strips of the yellow squash. No, I could see myself do it. For the right cause, I would braid vegetable noodles. But I don't see one happening yet. Oh, thanks, Lydia. I'm glad you enjoyed the pasta class. So if you guys are interested, I think on Facebook, well, if you're on my email list, and I think I might have put something on Facebook with a discount, or you can email me, kathyhester@gmail.com, and I will send you a link to get the class for $25 instead of $35 if you want. We made, from scratch, vegan no oil pasta. We made one with all-purpose and semolina, and then we made another one with Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1, a few other ingredients, and we made a quick and easy, crazy what I had around pesto, and we made my favorite super cheater tomato sauce for like when you're too tired to do anything and you don't have much in your pantry. It's perfect. Okay, so let me go through the comments. Brenda says strawberry season in northeastern Maine starts around the 4th of July. Oh wow, I think I'm not sure if blueberry season is gone by then. But yeah, our strawberry season, because we drive by a you pick strawberry farm, and who knows, maybe I'll see if there's enough for us to go today or not. Pam says, I think it's an Italian zucchini variety. And it very well could be, because I have not seen this before, but I literally saw this at the market today labeled as zucchini as well, which is why I would think that. And as she says, just curious, how do you prep bitter melon? I am not an expert on bitter melon. I love a lot of trying a lot of different flavors and things, and I haven't really had bitter melon where it just makes me happy, so I would be hesitant. But I'm sure I could find you. I would look at simmertoslimmer.com, which is my friend Anu's blog, and see if she has any bitter melon recipes, because I trust her implicitly. She does a lot of Indian food. There's lots of there is a lot of bitter melon recipes there, but I don't know if she has them on her blog. Diane, when will you be speaking about the Ninja Creami recipes? Very soon, and I need to see when. Let me see if I can check this. I'm getting ready to put up the schedule for this week. I think it's on Tuesday, and it might be at 1 o'clock. Okay, it's not in August. I'm looking at the calendar. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Tuesday. Julie Hassan, who is another cookbook author, and we're just going to maybe do a twice monthly show over the summer. So we're going to do some summer stuff. So I may do a Ninja Creami something before that. So I don't have the Ninja Creami right up here. And in fact, if my CSA didn't get delivered today, that's what we were that was my backup. And so we're going to kind of go, we'll see how I feel. I've kind of actually had some sort of sinus thing going on, but I have more energy today. So maybe even tomorrow or Monday, I'll put it all the places, and I might do just here's an overview of Ninja Creami, blah, 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 blah. But it's an ice cream maker, but Julie and I do things a little differently. We're both vegan and gluten-free, but she does more oil and sugar recipes. So we thought it would be really fun, and I believe I'm going to make Dole Whip. Dole Whip with no added sugar or fat. And it's super easy, and there's 2 ways you can make it, and I'll show you both ways. So hopefully that'll help. And I will be actually putting it up, scheduling it today or tomorrow. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you go to my channel at the very top, there's like a little bar. I think right now it's probably empty. In fact, I'm going to put up all my June plant-based chats. I'm going to put up these unboxings for June, and I'll put up mine and Julie's stuff that are coming up as well. So you can kind of get an idea and get reminded. This Friday, I think it is, let me look real quick. At 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the plant-based chat is going to be, and we're going to have Chef AJ, and she's going to do a demo, which is going to be awesome. So, and SU says, as an Indian, it is an acquired taste that kids don't really like. And I know, and I want to like it. See, the thing is I like some bitter flavors. I actually made bitter lemon powder. And so I'm firm in team. I have not had it made really properly or well, because I think I will like it. So, CJ says, my Ninja Creami arrived an hour ago. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, can you get pineapple in juice in a can where you are? Because I just bought, where did I move them? Cheryl unpacked the groceries. So they're in the pantry, she said. But behind me, you see 2 pineapples and a big cantaloupe. That cantaloupe is probably going to make, I think the cantaloupe was $2, maybe $2.50. It will probably make 3 to 4 pints of cantaloupe mint sorbet, unless I make some different ones. Also, those pineapples, so like, I'll go ahead and give you a hot tip, because actually, let's see. Oh, who else has arrived? So Linda has one, and Diane got her Ninja Creami yesterday. Okay, so you'll just be on repeat. Okay, and we'll get that too. So what you need to do, Cheryl's getting me the can of thing. So you can break down a pineapple. Why am I doing it? Because those pineapples, and I'll show you. I got these at Aldi's, you guys. Oh, they're so heavy. $2 each. Yes, these are not local. And I'll probably get 2 to 3, probably 3 cans out of there. This can was like $1.50. And this is just crushed pineapple and juice. You can get different things, but okay, all you need to do, and you can actually, I'll get a creamy pint too. I've been talking about creamy so much, you guys are like, I want creamy content now, and I've been filming something, so my my weekly videos are going to start being creamies for a while. Hey JM, sorry, I don't know why I said G, but it's great to have you here. So this is what the pint looks like. There's a line here that says, don't fill past it, okay? So you can just dump this crushed pineapple. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. And I feel like this is all the things. Do you want to put the Ninja Creami up here and plug it in, and I'll spin something. We'll have the preview. Oh my goodness, so many things. So what is the Ninja Creami? It costs about $200. And don't be scammed, because I actually found one that I thought was on sale, and it was a scam. So it's not really going to be below like $169 or something like that. Oh, you didn't have to bring it up from up here. Wave hi to everybody. This is Cheryl. This is exciting. I gotta put these up because I feel like such a geek. And CJ says, yes, pineapple juice is on my shopping list. And Kathy says, must be the height of their growing season, these pineapples. Like, I could hurt someone with this pineapple. And don't forget that you can grow a little pineapple plant from the top. So again, it's a house plant and something I get to eat. And I got a pineapple tool that did not work so well on Costco pineapples. And I actually did some reading. Costco pineapples are bigger, which means you break them down less if you're going to make a whole bunch of them. Lydia says, hi, Cheryl.
Hi.
Oh, this is so funny. Okay, so I'm feeling super geeky about doing this. And you're like, Diane's like, woohoo! Apple says, this is exciting. And Kathy says, it is. Okay, I love this. Okay, because I feel super geeky for this. All right. So again, when I take this, I actually try and use a cutting board that has one of those little ridges around, like the Eli Holmes ones that I've been using. When you're doing the fresh pineapple, because then all the juice will capture there and you can pour it in here through the corner, okay? Ninja trick. All right. And Cheryl's looking at amazement too. She's like, what's going on? This has got to be really hard. And this is, Pam says hi, Cheryl, too. That's awesome. Okay. And yes, you could buy, or actually I was using organic pineapple. I had gotten a case at that Amazon store last time. So I like the crushed pineapple because it's just ready. You could even put chunks of pineapple. If I cut it up, I could put chunks in there. I do find it's nice to have a little, it's on the bottom. Okay, so this may make two. Well, it's not really going to make two. It's going to make one. It's going to be a little over the line. So I could pour out some of the juice. This is a new size can. So you just want it to be kind of flat. When I'm doing this, it's a little over, so I'm going to take some out. And I'm going to make it in a mix with something else, because it's not enough to make a second pint. The thing that I don't love about the Ninja Creami is that you have to buy these pints. And you do, but now they have some that are 4 for $29 instead of 2 for $20. And see how, I think you can see it from this. See how it's right there at that line? And I want it to be just pretty much filled like that. So, and Cheryl's getting ready to try and micromanage me. Are you hearing that? So what I would do with this one, you could either take a little bit out and you could put some non-dairy milk, unsweetened, vanilla, whatever, if you want. Like a lot of times I've made it, so this would be pineapple sorbet. So what I'm going to do is when we spin it, then I'll add a little bit of non-dairy milk to kind of get it a little bit creamier. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. Another thing that I love, the black one, and if you guys are going to do a few, let's see, I feel like I'm going through a jungle. Okay, Cheryl's going to take the pineapples. I'm too short to go do all. They're really heavy. They're like several pounds. That is an Expo dry, wet erase marker. See, it says, ooh, come on, focus in. It's not gonna. It's a wet erase marker. What that means, so I'm just going to put in here that it's pineapple and juice only. And for me, for my cookbook, I probably will say half a cup left over. These are my cookbook notes. And this was a 20-ounce can. And my other cans, which I had one somewhere else, We're smaller than this. And then I'm going to put this in the freezer. You want it to be flat, okay? And I do have something else I can spin for us that's going to be real similar. That's awesome. Diane says, thanks for doing this. It's hard to be patient when you get a new toy. Tell me about it. And I am working on at least an ebook for this that hopefully will be out by the end of June. Maybe sooner if I can stop being sick. That would be awesome. Oh, Kathy's saying, back in the day, it was lime jello, crushed pineapple, and cream cheese. And you could do a vegan version of that, though I don't think you'd really want to. Diane says, can I use almond milk? Yes, yes you can. You can use almond milk. In the Ninja book, it says oat milk. And I am working on an oat date base. So that's happening very soon. But this, to me, this is the perfect thing to do first. The other perfect thing, these are not ripe enough. You want to get the ripe, sweet bananas. So like, Cheryl will eat these. Cheryl won't even eat them when they start getting black spots on them and they're not sweet enough for me. You don't want them to be like where you're like, should I throw these out? But a little bit before that. Take a masher in this container, mash the bananas in, put a little bit of vanilla. If the bananas are sweet enough, you don't need any other sweetener. But, and then put any non-dairy milk that you want to. You can use almond milk, oat milk, hemp milk, soy milk, any of it. Now, what I will tell you, and we'll look at this in a second. Ooh. And someone's asked me a question. So Ronnie says, do the wet erase markers smell as strong as the regular ones? Nope. I don't smell them at all. You want to smell it too? Mm-hmm. She's going to, here, come on in. Come on in, show them that you're smelling it. Wave to the people.
No, these don't smell it.
It's not like the Sharpies or whatever that make you feel like a little bit woozy.
Some of the dry erase.
Oh, some of the dry erase do too? Okay.
Smell like.
And Kathy says, I wonder if you could substitute tofu or maybe jackfruit instead of the cream cheese. You could use vegan cream cheese, or in fact, you could use a non-dairy milk in your agar lime solution. And JM says, oat date base, can't wait for that. I know. I think it's going to be the thing, because the recipes that come with Ninja, most of the vegan ones use full-fat coconut milk. And there's nothing wrong, and if you love them, you should make them. I do not want to discourage you. But I want to eat one of these every day. And part of the reason I wanted this is we were spending a lot of money over the pandemic on ready-made vegan ice cream that has too much fat and too much sugar for what I'm trying to do in my life, not being a helper for my health. So that's why I want to find some things in here that are really good. Cheryl actually won't eat fruit except for this. So it's really helpful for that. And Bald Squirrel says, any anti-fashion allergy milk. Not sure what that means, but you could use any of the, yeah. Ronnie says, yeah, I can't stand the Sharpie smell. Yeah, it's not pleasant. When I sign books, Kathy says, thanks, Cheryl, laugh out loud. Okay. In a recipe, Diane says, and this is in the Ninja Creami booklet, and again, this is the Ninja Creami. I have to get some more parts from over to the side too. Well, I think I'll be able to show you from that. It says to use stevia. You don't have to. Okay, now you can if you want to, but you don't have to use stevia. I have used successfully a little maple syrup or a little agave nectar or date syrup. So I find that you can take anything and blend it in a blender and put it in here. The only way you would need to cook something or heat it up would be if you used a granulated sweetener. So I don't recommend doing that. Or if you really want to use a vegan sugar, then make a vegan simple syrup and use it that way. Max is right there. Hi, do you want to say hi? Go say hi to the peoples. You bring me the rest of the thing. Okay. So stevias that I have liked in the past were New Naturals. but I haven't used them in quite some time. Okay. But here's the thing, you can just taste this. So like, I already know the pineapple juice makes it sweet enough for me. But I made some banana and ice cream that wasn't. Then even after I spin it, I can spin in it and add some stuff, which you're going to get to see in just a second. So let's see, can you see? Let me rearrange. Poor planning. Me. Here, I'm going to put this over here so you don't have to look at my armpit. It's not smell-o-vision, so you're safe there. Let's see if this. Yes. You see a lot of my mess over there too. Cheryl, come move over a little bit over here. Okay. Now let me see if I can move a few things over here. All right. So this is the Ninja, and these are a few parts. I'm going to take this. I'm going to put it in the freezer, and you want to keep it flat. So it works really well in these baskets. And so I'm pretty sure, do I have, that's the pina colada one. I'm trying to see if I have maple chocolate. I've got, what would you rather see? What would I rather show you? I could show you a banana one or a strawberry vanilla that I'm testing with half and, well, I don't, this will be the closest.
I was going to say, just keep whatever's the closest to that.
There's not an exact, we ate the last Dole Whip. So, and why do I call it Dole Whip? Just because it's, I'm just laughing because this is pretty funny. Okay, so when you get one out, CJ says, I feel like we hijacked your unboxing. No, I love it. But see, and it's just because it's actually starting, it's humid here. It's starting to already kind of frost up and starts to go away. So you want to have it as smooth as possible. And see, you see the bump? And you might be like, I don't know, because what happens is this blade comes down, and let's pretend there's a pipe, and there goes zoom, 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 zoom. And if we get it off kilter, it can go into here, it can break our machine and do some other stuff. So what we want to do, and it's so easy. See how easy this just scrapes off? This is a banana one. This has banana and a little bit of maple syrup, which to me means the bananas weren't quite ripe enough. And when I say a little bit, most of the time, maybe it's a tablespoon. I definitely like the agave nectar with the pineapple, but I know a lot of people feel strongly about not using that. So that's the cool thing, is you can use whatever you want. Okay, and see how that just made it smooth? And I might take a little more off here. Some people aren't this OCD with it, but you see who you're talking to, A. And B, I just want to make sure that I'm telling you guys the best ways that I can find out. So this is my banana and ice cream. And yes, right now it looks like granita, so this is actually kind of a good thing to see. So this is the part that goes inside of here. So we'll look at a couple things. There's some different ice cream, sorbet, light ice cream, smoothie bowl, gelato, milkshake, and mix in. And there's a respin button. And we'll talk a little bit more. So what's kind of cool is this looks like granita now, but it won't later. So we're going to take this. There's a little thing here. We open that up. See how we open that up and those gray go away? You drop this in. And it's got some little twisties here. And see that little nub? That's the thing that's going to come out, connect with it. You should turn it on first. Okay, so the reason these pints are special is this, and that's what goes into here. So you make sure you've got it in there. Let's see, there we go. And so I always do bad at this, but then we take this over here. So it won't fit unless it's in those indentions. And I'm trying to do it upside down so you can, there you go. So see how it went? Now it's clicked. Okay. Now we'll look at this, because this is kind of the cool part. So it's supposed to be on, and you get this in here. So do you see how it kind of wasn't in here? And then it came down. Then you take this and pull it here, and it's going to click. Okay? And it is going to spin for about 2 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead. Light ice cream means that it has less sugar, so sometimes if things are hard, I will use it. These smoothie bowl is like for all the fruit stuff, and you can do smoothie bowls. I have some smoothie bowls in the freezer right now, but a lot of times I'll just start off with sorbet. And you'll kind of start to see it go down a little bit. That's a very unflattering angle. So I'll talk to you from out on my little herb landing. I can't see anything that's going on, but that way you don't have to hear all of it. The one thing we didn't talk about is you mix up all the stuff, put it in the container, and you want to freeze it for 24 hours. Now some people I saw on Amazon were kind of kvetching about that. But here's the way I look at it. Typically if you're making an ice cream to go into an ice cream freezer, either that you have a compressor or the ones that go into, like the Cuisinart, that the base goes in and then you put it in, you still have to cool those down for several hours. And I find if you're doing a low sugar, no oil version, you're going to freeze them. They're not going to freeze all the way. You're going to put them in something, put them in the freezer, then you have to let it sit out for a while just to even scoop it out. So one of the reasons, and that's, the sound's changing because now it's going back up. And we'll look at this. We'll probably have to spin it more than once because that freezer is quite cold and you can leave it sit out 5 to 10 minutes. That's something else you can do too. And all you guys, if you're new, make sure to say, I want to win a ZipTop because I'm giving away a set of these. And if I change it from just being on YouTube, I'll put the link up here again. Okay, so now it's pulled all the way up and I'm going to click this button. Let's see if I can do it. Can I do it backwards? Sort of. So hold that down. See how that released that? I can't do it from that side. Oop. Why is it not locking? It is unlocked, but it's stuck somehow. Oh, there we go. So it got stuck, and I just need to push on that a little bit. That hasn't happened before, but this goes up, right, and down. And so it just got a little bit stuck and needed a little bit of pushing. Okay, so let's go over here. So I'm going to click this, and that will let me open this. You can see the top, and see how it looks creamier? But is it creamy enough? Because if it looks like Dippin' Dots, I think it's pretty creamy. And see, it no longer looks like a granita. Tastes really good. I haven't eaten anything yet today, so see how, can you see it a little bit? I think the best way to see it is how it works with a scoop. I'm going to scoop some of it out. And it'll show up nice in this. So you can use, I also sometimes just use my little cookie scoops. And if it looked like it was falling apart some, like look at that. Not really getting it that good, but let me see if I can take the brightness down a little bit. But so, and it looks like this. You still can't see that well. And all the lighting just changed behind me. But if you get a little bit on like a little taster spoon, you can see how creamy it is.
I want you to try to move that camera over the top so you get right on it.
Good try. Let's see if that's... Close up. I'm sorry, I'm probably making you guys get all vomity. But for nice cream, I think that's pretty awesome. Right? And this is why I'm so excited about it, because you get to make it and eat it. So let's say, I know Cheryl's going to want one. I'll want one too. So let me do this. I'll show you how I do the rest of the pint. So I'm going to get another scoop out. And also, it will get icy around the edges. The blade doesn't get quite that far. So what I do, so let's say I want to put this back. I'm going to scrape these edges where it's kind of icy. See right, you can hear it. And so I kind of try to scrape that off with my spoon. And then I'm going to flatten it back out. And I can spin it again tomorrow. And so we don't have to eat the whole pint. Though depending on what you put in, it might be just fine. But like I do have one that I am testing with partial coconut milk. I don't want us to eat a whole pint of that. So see, we've got it like that. And then what I will do is put this back on and put it back in the freezer. So it's pretty cool. And so if you're just one person, you can just, do this a couple of times. I haven't had any problems with it. I do find that after it's been spun, sorry, I got to put all this stuff. I'm trying to clear out all the things so I have the whole top for creamy stuff. But, and so like this, nothing really got there. I wash it every once in a while. It goes in the dishwasher. Those containers can go in the dishwasher. This, I'm probably always going to wash by hand, the blade. So I just have to, and it's a blade, not like it's sharp. It's like a Vitamix blade. So you can't cut yourself on it. And then the other thing I do, sometimes there's a little bit on here, there's not this time, is that I'll take a wet paper towel or wet clean cloth and wipe it off over here.
They're asking lots of questions about the blade. They don't
Okay, wait, I'm getting there. Okay. So I wanted to finish showing you the thing. Okay. So Kathy first is saying, how did it do that? Yeah, so the blade was at the top, and this thing, let's see, maybe this is better for you. So this locks in, and it locks that blade here, and the blade goes down through the creamy. That's why it takes a while.
It's like a drill bit that it attaches to.
Maybe, if that makes sense to you guys. I don't understand. And that looks great. Just banana, maple syrup, and a little bit of non-dairy milk. So my rule of thumb right now is if I probably have the bananas to about that, and then I put non-dairy milk in to fill it to the fill on, and then I just mix it a little bit. Can you make it in the blender to make it easier for yourself? Absolutely. But with certain things, I'm not using the blender because I want to try that out first. And I'm not going to put, okay, what are the ingredients in the base? This was probably 4-ish bananas, maybe a half a cup of non-dairy milk, and probably half to a teaspoon of vanilla. And so typically, it depends on how ripe the bananas are. I've been able to make this with no sweetener at all. So taste it and just kind of, so I mash it, and I mashed it with my little mini masher. We've talked about this before, and this fits in there just fine, right? So it's kind of cool. All right, great. Yes. And Kathy, that's exactly what fun project for kids. Freeze different layers, different colors. Now, if you spin it, it's going to spin it all together, and I don't know how that would work. What I would do is have 4 pints, each a different color, and then use like a big, where's my big cookie scoop? Use a big cookie scoop. Everybody can have one of each kind. So I've done that before too. And JM saying, aquafaba might give it a nice texture. Yes. You would definitely want a sweetener of some kind. So there are different things that you can do. So like if you find, like I'm starting with the whole food plant-based of it all. Like where we're doing fruit so that everybody can join in. Once we start doing things with like, a lot of times people are using straight on vegan creamer. I noticed people who are not vegan are using gelatin packs or some eggs. Aquafaba would work for that. I'm hearing guar gum, xanthan gum, which are things that we find in vegan ice cream pints. So there's going to be a lot of different ways that you could do that. Also with smoothies, let's say you make a smoothie and you have some left over, you can pour that in the pint and that can be your smoothie bowl for the next day. Because Dr. Greger has done some research, and if you eat your smoothie instead of drink it, it seems to be better for you. And it doesn't make your blood sugar, I think, spike as high. But don't trust me, go read Dr. Greger, right? There is no Dr. Kathy. I make things in my kitchen and play with toys. That's what I do. Yeah, scoops of color. And I actually did that when Dawn and Rob and Finley were staying with me. So, you know, and what's kind of cool is just like nice cream. And actually, this is easier to clean up. Yeah, if you can fix that. If it's easier to clean up than the Yonana. So I do have a Yonana. And probably in July is a good time to try and check your thrift store for one. I actually upgraded mine from the thrift store. But what I find is it's just not quite this creamy. And this Ninja Creami is actually modeled, well, I don't know if I would say modeled after or copied. There's something called a Paco Jet, which fancy restaurants use to make ice cream and things, and it has the same technology. So remember we said this is about $200. The junior Paco Jet is $4,000. The regular Paco Jet is like $9,000. So this has kind of made this technology accessible. And I have also noticed if you do eat vegan ice cream and buy them in the pints, okay, maybe you're having more oil and sugar than you'd like to. Maybe you're not. You can still put oil and sugar in this if you want to, right? There's not a problem at all. But the prices are almost doubling over the past couple of years. So I would say it's like what, $5 to $8 a pint. $5 on the low side.
Oh, for when we buy it at the store?
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe
and
$8.
It's getting more expensive.
Maybe $8. So let's say,
If you're lucky, it's on sale for $5.99.
yeah, okay, so let's say $6. So what, you'd have to make 70 pints. So if you made, that's what, 3 months? Over the summer, it could pay for itself. You don't have to have it every day, but you could also, like, you could make a smoothie bowl for yourself. And like, by smoothie bowl, I mean, put those greens in there. You know, have the amount of fruit you want. I'm going to be experimenting with some other things too. Because honestly, I was thinking it'd be really interesting to try like a frozen gazpacho. Could go wrong, could be good, but I'm going to find out and tell you guys.
Where did you get yours at?
I think I got mine at Costco. Did I?
Bed Bath & Beyond?
No, I did get it at Costco, but we ordered it online. But they do have it at Costco in the stores. At Costco, I think you get 3 containers. If you go on Amazon to get yours, and I'll put a link to get it up here too, don't get the one that ends in AMZ because you get 1 container. The other one you get 2 containers with. They had the one with 1 container on sale, but now they cost the same thing. I think you can get it at Sam's Club, but you might want to check. You can get it at Bed Bath & Beyond, so you should be able to use a coupon on it as well. So these are all ways you can kind of make it a little bit less expensive. Will you look up what the Costco one might be? Maybe I think it's below $1.99. It might be $1.89 or $1.79. And Ronnie's saying if you use your Yonana and make the base, it might freeze faster. I agree with you. Yes, it might freeze faster. I don't think it's any more helpful. I think that because I don't want to make that cleanup to just do this. Because like if you have frozen bananas, you're like, I really want to use those, I would put them in the food processor and then just put them in because it's easier to clean for me personally. And so the 2 things I don't love about the Yonana is, one, it's really hard to clean and clean well. And I opened it up to show someone when I got the Ninja Creami, and sure enough, because I've got the nice one that I think I got for $15 at the thrift store, like the $200 one, because I had the less expensive one. And there's always something stuck on there. It's gray. It's not white like the other one was, so it's hard to clean. And then it just kind of puts out these strings of ice cream that people don't find that appealing who aren't on a whole food plant-based diet. So now, could you put it all together, mix it, and then scoop it out? Sure you can. So do you have to have a Ninja Creami? Absolutely not. It is my new favorite toy because I feel like I'm able to eat healthy dessert. And then like that container, and even this, I'd just wash off the blade. I can put everything else in the dishwasher and I'm done. It's just easy. Also, with extra pints, I can make smoothie bowls for the whole week on Sunday. I can make ice cream or our fruit course. It's pretty much what is happening here for the whole week. So I can make all that, put it in the freezer, and then I just spin as I want something. So that's one of the things that I'm really digging about it. And Lydia says, I've been using vegan creamer and peanut butter, not too healthy, but I bet it's delicious. I had some leftover pineapple that I put with some full-fat coconut milk and a little bit of 0 alcohol rum. Because you guys know I've been making lots of mocktails with these light. You guys can't see that at all. The lighting is crazy. Now it's bright in here again. So this is one of the gins. And so I'm very curious about making some of these non-alcoholic cocktail vegan ice creams as well. And I did have some fresh strawberries that I unboxed last week, and I mixed it with some vegan vanilla creamer that I have, and I haven't spun that yet, so I don't know. And Lydia said she got hers on Amazon Canada for $1.99, and it came with 3 containers. Just read those. And
Costco's got a special till the
ooh,
30th.
Costco's got a special till the 30th, which is Monday?
Monday, I think.
May 30th. And it's usually $189.99 there, and it's $20 off. So it's $169.99, and it comes with 3 containers. So also for a while when I got these, you couldn't get the 4-pack of containers. Right now you can get them on Amazon for $29.99, and I'm ordering a couple of those myself. But don't hesitate to get a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon and get some there, because you can get 20% off. So what is that, like $8? So that makes it a little bit better. Okay, awesome. And CJ says mine was from Amazon UK. It was 179 pounds and came with 3 containers. Good. Kathy says a new definition for spinning. I know. You thought I was going to be a lot cooler than I was, but no. This is how I spin. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for sticking around for extra time. Again, if you're just coming on, make sure to say, hey, I want to win some ZipTop bags so you too can put these cool things in your produce drawer. They've been working great for me. And I can honestly say I feel the best about these than any of the other reusable silicone bags I've tried. And in fact, we've given away a lot because they just didn't work at all. So these ZipTop ones have been doing great. I will be putting up all my stuff for June as far as plant-based chats that we're going to be doing live every week. Julie and I, at least every other week, are going to do something. So be ready to tune in next week on a couple of things. Check back maybe tomorrow on the channel, and so that you can get the notifications for everything. If you are, oh good, Diane said, glad you talked about the Ninja Creami. I've really been wanting to, but I also then feel bad because I don't have any proper recipes up. Oh, this is awesome, Ronnie. You can do a spin class and we can make believe it's for fitness. I like that. I like how you think. So, okay. Well, it is 2:30 and I have not had anything to eat, and so it's time for me to eat my banana and ice cream that's extra creamy. I wish you could have some, and I will be talking to you guys real soon. Have a great weekend.